2009 Clover Hill football season would lead through L.C. Bird. Cavaliers traveling over to the Skyhawks, and everyone knew this would be one of the toughest games of the season, with Bird being the dominant force in the Dominion District. The Cavaliers would kick off to the Skyhawks to start the show, and it's Christian Conklin booting it downfield, 35-yard line drive to the Skyhawks 25, and Xavier Miles returns at 10 yards before he is finally brought down to the ground. Cavalier defense showing strong early in this game. Holland Fisher with a nice stop behind the line of scrimmage, and the Skyhawks would be forced to punt it away. It would head downfield 38 yards to the Cavs 28. Joel Caleb, not much of a return. He'd be brought to a stop by Dante Meekins and Tyler Hendricks. Cavalier offense unable to make many moves downfield. Christian Conklin catching a nice 8-yard pass play there from Joel Caleb, but the Cavaliers brought to a stop. Lots of pushing and shoving in this game. Christian Conklin comes out, he punts it away, sends it downfield, and the Skyhawks will take over on their own 22-yard line. The two defenses controlled much of the early part of the first quarter. Mo Gross here on the stop for the Cavaliers. That would force the Skyhawks to punt, but the Cavaliers would be 3 and out. And the Skyhawks get the ball back, and this time their offense would find their footing. A 15-yard run by Xavier Miles before he's brought down by Dimitri Evans, and no one would stop Anthony Harris. He takes it 54 yards all the way in for the touchdown, and Bird strikes first in this game. Javante Dortch would put in the extra point attempt, so it's 7-0 Skyhawks late in the first quarter. Cavaliers have the opening drive of the second quarter, but they aren't able to develop anything offensively, and a punt by Christian Conklin goes low, gets blocked. Cavaliers recover, but it's Skyhawks ball with great field position, and they'll take advantage of it as Anthony Harris completes to Stephen Lee 12 yards, and it's touchdown. Skyhawks. Javante Dortch again, extra points good. It's 14-0 Skyhawks. Joel Caleb tries to get something going offensively for the Cavaliers. He hits Craig Sprouse for 6 yards. Then Caleb carries it 8 yards down to their own 37-yard line. James Santiago and Deion Clark on the stop. Cavalier drive would be brought to a halt, though, by the Skyhawk defense. And on their next possession, Skyhawks on the drive. Brought down by Josh Rivas, but a face mask called against the Cavaliers helps the Skyhawks. And they'll continue to go downfield. Anthony Harris complete to James Santiago, 22 yards. Then it's Harris running for 18 yards down to the Cavalier 11-yard line. And then Lionel Williams runs it 2 yards in for another Skyhawk touchdown. The extra point good. They'll lead by 21. Going into the halftime break, the Cavaliers trying to get their act together. Opening kick, second half. And it looks like the Cavaliers will get a little boost here. Number 20 on the carry. He'll take it back 28 yards. Dimitri Evans puts it on the Cavalier 49-yard line. Joel Caleb then finds Jalen Wood 19 yards. That'll carry him down to the Skyhawks 20-yard line with a first down. And somehow Wood come up with that pass, bringing it out from underneath the hands of the defender. That would set up a field goal by the Cavaliers, and Christian Conklin puts it in from 37 yards out, and that one could have probably gone 50 yards and still been good. But that'd leave the Cavaliers still trailing by 18. Christian Conklin boots it downfield, and the Cavaliers still pumped up, though. Holland Fisher, big stop here for the Cavaliers. He keeps the Skyhawks back in their own territory. And then that defense coming to call. MJ Lutton and Craig Sprouse on the stop. And that would force the Skyhawks to punt it away. They take it downfield 35 yards down at the Skyhawks 49. Cavaliers with pretty good field position. Joel Caleb running for 12 yards down to the Skyhawks 40-yard line. And then it's Doug Tyler on a 2-yard carry. That gets set up the first down for the Cavaliers. But that would be about it. Joel Caleb would rush from 1 yard on the fourth down attempt, and he would get stopped a yard short. But the Cavalier defense, they really came to play in the second half. Skyhawks putting 21 points on the board in the first half, but they would come nowhere close to that. And somehow, Big Mo Gross on the track down there, he comes up with the ball, says, hey, this is my ball, isn't it? But they said it was still Skyhawks ball. But don't worry, Mo would get the ball right back on the next play. Skyhawks fumble, Mo Gross recovers, so the Cavaliers get the ball back. And still a lot of time left in this game. Connor Donnelly credited with the force on the fumble there, and there's Big Mo taking that helmet off so you can admire his good looks, not just his strength. The Cavaliers' offense still just could not develop anything into the fourth quarter, and the Skyhawks come back out. They get some help of penalties, but they meet Mo Gross and the Cavalier defense several times on this drive. A lot of pressure by that Cavalier defense, but you got to give it there when you pull in a pass like that. Clark pulling it in for the Skyhawks, but the Cavalier defense makes the red zone stand, and they force the turnover on downs by the Skyhawks, and that Cavalier offense returns once again, just unable to develop anything, and that would force Christian Conklin to punt it away from deep in his own end zone. That sets up the Skyhawks with good field position, and Eric Sales ends up driving it in from 1 yard out to score another touchdown for the Skyhawks. That would put them up 27-3. The extra point attempt fumbled, and the Cavaliers stopped that, but that would be about it. Caleb would come out, complete one to Jalen Wood, then another nice catch by Christian Conklin. Cavaliers trying to drive downfield, at least get some more points on the board. Caleb looks deep downfield, but the ball is picked off, intercepted by Dante Meekins, and that would pretty much wrap up this game. The Skyhawks go on to win 27-3 over the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers face off with Monacan in a big game next week.